give it a minute for people to pop on here. See if anybody's up. I know I always do these pretty late at night. This is when my brain starts going to overdrive. See if anybody's up. Hope everybody is doing well. Everybody, hey Tom. Everybody is doing well and healthy and staying sane. Lot going on right now. So I had a lot of thoughts today, just going over the news, trying to figure out if I should watch the news, if I should not, if I should watch it or not. Hey guys, give a minute for people to pop on, everybody. I don't want to make this very, very long, maybe just a few minutes, not more than 10 minutes or so. Just trying to stay focused in my thoughts here. I have one particular thing I want to talk about that I've been thinking about a lot today with this virus and the shutdown and what this all means and, conspiracy theories, and is it really conspiracy or is this actually reality? What's actually happening. And one thing that's been on my mind for the last few hours that I just want to share with you guys and see what you guys thought about this is this reminds me of something that I heard about in high school. Now, I went to public school all my life growing up, and I had several classes, I had a couple AP classes, and I remember in AP government, a particular question that was asked. And it's just been on my mind the last couple hours. All those years back then, I've been thinking about this. In AP government, we were asked, it was like a social thought experiment type question. And I don't know, maybe, I know that I've heard it other places before, and I thought maybe you guys have too. It goes something like this. In the middle of the ocean, there's a boat or a raft, and there's 10 people that are in the middle of the ocean. And only 4 people can get on this boat. And we were asked which of the 10 people should be allowed on the boat, which 4 people and which 6 people had to be essentially pushed overboard or put into the water. And we were given a list of 10 people. Now there's different variances of the types of people and the number of people, but the concept was the same in the different versions that I've heard of this. And it went something like this. So like the 10 people would be a completely different set of people. They'd be all different. So I wrote down some of the people that I remembered in this thought experiment that we were asked in school. It was a 9-month pregnant woman on welfare, a teenage boy, a middle-aged ex-convict, an elderly man with stage 4 cancer, a farmer with respiratory issues, a homeless woman with HIV, a 40-year-old businessman, a toddler, a teacher, and a police officer. And so out of those 10 people, we were asked which 4 got to live and stay on the boat. And I remember being in class, and I don't remember if I even said anything or if I had an opinion. I do remember listening to what other students were saying. And the teacher just let us go at it and go back and forth of, what our thoughts were about this. And I remember, students just saying, well, the elderly man with stage 4 cancer, he's not, worth much. He's lived his life. He's old and he's about ready to die anyways. He should be one of the people in the water. And I remember, just in the conversation, well, what about that ex-convict? He's probably violent. I don't think he should be in the raft. What about the 9-month pregnant woman? Oh, she should be on the raft, but somebody would say, well, she's on, welfare. So we were talking about the value of human beings, and we were talking about, based on the little information that we had, we were supposed to make a judgment on this situation and on these people. Judgments were made like, well, the police officer's probably useful, so, he got to stay on the raft. And all the other people got to go in the water. And it was this back and forth of, discussing who got to live and who got to die based on their value in society or what they could do or status. And there was no instruction by the teacher. She didn't say that there was any right and wrong answers. And, I remember that pretty vividly, actually, that day that we were asked that. And I don't remember thinking about it, all the years afterwards or anything like that. It never really crossed my mind again until actually several years ago. We were in a foster parent class several years ago. We have to have so many classes to keep up our license. And one of the icebreaker questions was this question. The man leading that class that day asked us this question. 10 people and only 4 spots on that raft, and what would we do? And it just like brought back all the memories. Like, man, I've heard that before. Why are they asking? Like, are they gathering information and just thinking, is this like, I just thought it was odd. And I know other people have heard it before. Aaron said he's heard it before, and I've seen it mentioned in other places. So it just got me thinking what the answer to this question was. Is there even an answer to it? And I remember the day that we were in that foster parenting class and that man asked the question, I answered it actually that time. I don't think I answered it the first time when I was in high school, but I answered it this time. And I remember what I said. I said, well, we don't know if help is coming or not. Maybe help is coming to rescue the people on the boat, or maybe it's not, but I think the answer is still the same. I said, the ones who are the weakest and the sickest. Now, particularly in this situation, it would be the elderly man with stage 4 cancer and the toddler. Those 2 got to stay on the raft at all times. Now, the other 8 could hold on to the raft and paddle and hold on until help came. And then 2 of those people would get on the raft to rest at any given time. And when those 2 people rested, they'd get down in the water, and 2 more people would get up into the raft and take turns. Those 8 people then would take turns, and the 2 that are sickest and weakest would stay on the raft, and we would take care of them. And nobody would be sacrificed, and nobody would be thrown overboard, and hopefully everybody would live that way. Now, I think the answer is still the same no matter what. If help would come, then great. Then we would all try to get, to the boat that would come to rescue. If not, I think the answer is still the same. You still want to throw people overboard and have this 4 people on the raft, and maybe, you could, see an island in the distance and get to the island or something like that. But I just thought that was just a really interesting question, especially at the time that we're in right now, where we're talking about, who's at risk for all of this stuff. And, there's discussion about how much of a danger this virus really is or not. And I don't really want to get into that in this video, but there are some real dangers that are happening right now, despite what you feel about the actual virus and people's health. The shutdown that's happening, it's going to affect all of us, each and every one of us. So there's some government overreach, there's some government, influence here, and we're going to have to start making decisions. And I think that this example that I heard in high school many years ago, 20 years ago, and then, only recently, a few years ago in this class, is something to really think about. Who is expendable? And when you're asked, who are we going to sacrifice for the greater good? The answer is nobody. And so it's something I really just wanted you guys to think about, or, share your thoughts with me to see what you thought about that. And I don't know, guys, it's crazy times. I don't want to call them scary times, but concerning. No matter, if you're a Christian or not, concerning times what we're going to do. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And we're going to protect our neighbors, and we're going to offer help to those, who need childcare and help. And I hope you guys would do the same. So, all right, take care of yourselves.